Yo, what's up here? Prince Sports. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Yo, I want to get into a man that was a legend for the 1960s, okay? Part of the reason why he was a legend for the 1960s is because he had to deal with extreme racism. This guy couldn't eat in the same restaurant with most white people. He couldn't share the same bathroom with most white people. Hell, even when he went to play basketball games, they would call him the N-word as he's coming down, doing his introduction to play the games. You had a lot of Celtic players saying this guy was treated like crap throughout Boston. But yet he still kept a calm head and he still did what he had to do to win. He even went to a bar, got into a fight, and got stabbed in the arm. Started bleeding, bleeding like a pig. And guess what? The very same day he went to play up against Wilt Chamberlain. Okay? That's crazy stuff. But that's off the court, okay? He's a legend off the court. And he's very known on the court as well, too. But I want to get into some reasons to why I think he shouldn't be as well known. But I do get the reason why, because he was the first African American to break the mold, so to speak, okay? Now, that doesn't stop us from saying the typical facts. Bill Russell, great defensive player, is arguably one of the most overrated basketball players of all time, if not the most overrated basketball player of all time. Now, you got a lot of Jordan haters, not that much of them, but you got, I would say they're more like LeBron fanboys that try to use Bill Russell as a gateway to trying to slam Michael Jordan because he got 11 championships. All right? Trust me. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, all won in a more convincing and better fashion than Bill Russell. And it was more harder to do what they did compared to what Bill Russell did, okay? In 1962, okay, the playoff bracket was basically you beat one team and then you go to the finals. That's it, okay? That's it. So there was only 10 teams in the league, so of course you're going to get a certain team going to the finals every single year. Come on now, let's be factual about it. And you're also missing the point. Today, you have to win 16 games just to win the championship. You got to go first round, second round, third round, then you go to the finals. You don't get to do that in Bill Russell's day. You was able to beat one team, then that's it. You're in the finals. You know how easy that was. All right. Now, this guy averaged about 14 points a game. Okay, 14 to 15 points a game. But it's actually 15.1 points a game. 22 rebounds a game, 4.3 assists, and he did all of that on 44% shooting from the field, okay? That is not really impressive. That's not mind-blowing stats, okay? Now, his rebounds, I'm going to get into that in a sec and why he got so much, but I'm not going to downgrade his rebounds. Nevertheless, he got them, okay? Now, you keep in mind, back in his time, there was no salary cap, no free agents, so guys would stay on a stacked team for throughout a long time. And Bill Russell played with over 16 Hall of Famers. I repeat, 16 Hall of Famers. That's more than Kobe, Jordan, Bron probably put together, all right? And he's played with more than 4 All-Stars on the court at the same time, and he wasn't even the best player on the court. You could argue he wasn't the best player for the Celtics, okay? This guy was the enforcer. There was no three-point line, so guys could go to the basket, and scoring from the inside was the most dominant way you could play basketball, was basically scoring from the inside. And this guy still only averaged 15 points a game. You couldn't give me 20? 20 points a game? Wilt Chamberlain was averaging 30 points a game, almost the same amount rebounds, beasting, all right? Now, the only difference why Wilt Chamberlain couldn't get past Bill Russell for a lot of years is because Bill Russell played with over 4 Hall of Famers, 4 All-Stars on the same team, okay? In 1962, he played with 8 Hall of Famers, Okay, so miss me with that. He's better than Jordan because he got 11 championships. Jordan got 6 championships with 1 All-Star. Okay, that's not nearly as crazy as Bill Russell. You thought the Golden State Warriors was something? Well, Bill Russell, he brings super teams to another whole level. Okay, and keep this. You know where Bill Russell ranks? 149 all time on the scoring list. 149. 14,000 points, 14,522 points. That's his career. Okay? That's how much he has for his whole entire career. Not that impressive. And he played in the era where the free throw line was 12 foot away from the basket. Okay? Today's league, the foul line is 16 feet away from the basket. Okay? So, if Bill Russell played in today's league, he probably averaged about 10 points. Okay, keep in mind, he wasn't a good offensive player in the era where it benefited bigs. And he was 6'9", and he was playing against a bunch of guys that weren't as athletic as him. There was no reason for him not to dominate. Okay? So if he couldn't dominate that era on an offensive end, there's no way that he would dominate this era on an offensive end because he was always going to be offensively limited. Okay? So that doesn't work for him. It works for Jordan because Jordan is always a great offensive player. So it only makes sense that he would average more points in today's league. And it made sense because when he was on the Washington Wizards, he dropped 40, 50-point games, being old as dirt, and still was able to give you buckets. Okay? Bill Russell will average about 10 points a game, probably 14 rebounds a game, and probably shoot about 44 or 45% from the field. He'll be a role player if he played in today's league. Okay? Those numbers that he put up in his day is considered basically role player numbers. Okay? And you know the funny part about it? You got a lot of guys like Charles Barkley, he continues to go back and forth, but he will always say Bill Russell is in his top 5. Julius Erving, Bill Russell's in my top 5. But I think these guys are putting him in the top 5 because of what he did off the court. It's not what he did on the court because he wasn't that dominant. Okay? To be the GOAT, you got to have everything checked off. You have to have a great individual career, individual accolades, and team success. All of it goes together. You can't be missing one. Okay? He got the team success, but he wasn't even the best player on the team. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay? The guy's 6'9". He was a center then. He wouldn't be a center now. He'd probably be what? A power forward? Even a small forward, perhaps. You know? So, Bill Russell, I got nothing against the guy. He's a great basketball player. Okay? He did a lot for the game, but he's highly, highly overrated. Bill Russell's arguably one of the most overrated basketball players of all time for me. So, miss me with that. So don't tell me he would do this and that in today's era. No, he will not. Okay? Bill Russell is overrated. Anyway, keep it 3,000. Peace. I'm out.